Along with the Element IQ system in the Smart Oven, the user interface was our main focus, and it's been clear from feedback since we've released it that people really get the fact that they basically just have to turn the dial, select a function and press start, and the oven's doing everything for them.
It's the way that the interface works so that it's incredibly easy. There's so many ways that they can use it, but we don't want them to have to go through a complex interface to figure out, how do I set this to perform the different tasks. We pretty soon started to realise that there were some ovens that did certain things really well. There was really not any one oven that did everything well. So we're finding people are starting to do as many tasks as they can in the Smart Oven because it heats up faster, it's easy to use, it's quicker. They just dial up one of the settings with a simple dial, and then the oven makes the recommendations for them.
Element IQ is quite an innovation, and what it does is it changes the way the elements work in an oven. Traditionally, elements just turn on and off. What we've done is we've worked out a way with electronics and by adding a fifth element to customise the heat inside the oven to your cooking task.
We can go from 0 watts up to full wattage in top or bottom. We can mix between the different elements, switch them on and off in a gentle and intelligent way.
Ease of use would be our #1 criteria, I think, that and performance, but there's no point in us developing a very smart product where someone just can't use the technology.
People are writing back in and explaining, quite excitedly about the product, and they love it, and this is how I use it, this is how an oven should work, and I love using this. And I think that word of mouth will probably spread, and people will start to see that benefit.
Breville's Sydney design team have taken the traditional toaster or convection oven to a new level of innovation. The 1800 watt Smart Oven with Element IQ does all the thinking for you. The blue backlit LCD screen has 9 intuitive functions that are easy to navigate through, and each of them have their pre-programmed temperature and time to them. But if you choose to change the temperature or time, the Smart Oven will actually remember for the next time you use it. Element IQ works much like a dimmer in your light, where you're putting the power up and down. Instead of the heating elements being fixed with the heat, you can actually put the power where it's needed most for that specific cooking task. On the toast function, an unprecedented 1800 watts is delivered to the heating elements. 900 watts on the top and 900 watts on the bottom. And what that's doing, it's crisping and browning the outside of the toast while keeping the inside soft and moist. The bagel function works like the toast function, but Element IQ is smart enough and actually shuts off the bottom 2 heating elements during the cycle because you only want the outside lightly toasted with it crisp in the middle. The bake function distributes 1500 watts of power to the top 2 and bottom 2 heating elements, and it also has the convection fan option with a temperature sensor that relays information back to the thermometer, so you're going to get even baking results every time. The roast setting puts 1500 watts of power to the top 2 and bottom 2 heating elements, so the outside of the meat and poultry is all crispy and the inside's all tender and juicy. On the broil setting, you have 1500 watts of power delivered to the top 3 heating elements, and you can choose between high, medium and low for more versatility with your broiling. On the pizza setting, we've actually included a 13-inch pizza pan tray, and you can choose between fresh or frozen pizza, and it's about 15 minutes for a thin crust pizza and 20 minutes for a thicker crust. The cookies function works great for cookies and strudels and biscuits, and the Element IQ works much the same as on the baking setting, just with less time. The reheat function is ideal for reheating leftovers without browning the top. The warm setting keeps your food at the ideal temperature while you're preparing the rest of your meal. The Smart Oven actually gives you visual feedback on the door of where to place your oven rack. The auto eject rack is in the middle rack, so when you open the door, the magnets in the door are actually going to pull out the tray for easy removal of hot items. The Smart Oven with Element IQ, another innovation by Breville.